you different when you moving forward. Shoulders, but just stick to the code. You get yours, I get mine. I've been reflecting on how we got this far, even when the pressure's
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see a pair of all-pro linebackers from 2016. It's Von Miller matching up against Sean Lee.
Thank you, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and Mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D, as their guys will do battle. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback with the Denver Broncos. Play clock winding down. Prescott looks to throw on first. And right away, he lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after nearly turning it over, new life here for the offense on second down. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
On second down, Elliott. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. So how's that for an interesting way to start this ball game?
First drive of the game, and you go backwards all the way into your own end zone?
Guess it kind of makes you wonder what else we might have in store here in this one. Let's take it inside his own 40.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now a carry. It's C.J. Anderson. They find some open field here. C.J. Anderson. And all the way home for a Bronco score. C.J. Anderson, 54 yards. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And they're in on the first play from scrimmage. Our crew and you and I, we better strap in here.
That's what's commonly known as quick strike. Points on the board. This could be a fun game.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Shift together here from the D-line. First down, Prescott. Looking for his tight end, Witten, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So they obviously declined that, and it is a touchdown.
They still had the option, but let's face it.
There's no option.
There's no option when you score a touchdown. An easy call for them.
And that will make this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll run with Elliott. Dances by him. And some room to work. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 60 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, This game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back, and you're all fired up. And sometimes you...
C.J. Anderson. He's at the 40, the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. C.J. Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will extend their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the first quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I saw Von Miller in college at Texas A&M, and all I kept hearing about was his speed off the edge to the quarterback. But what impressed me, his balance and his ability to take on blocks and be a force in the run game as we just saw there.
Second down, Prescott. And this one caught by Dez Bryant. Dez Bryant with nothing but green grass ahead of him. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 71 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Second and goal. Defense digging in again here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Prescott on third and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bryce Butler, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
Obviously, Brandon, they couldn't get it all back with just one score, but that touchdown chips into the lead, and now it makes the comeback a little bit more manageable.
That's up and good. It's 22-14. Bailey now to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And Denver getting set to take the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
To throw on second is Simeon. And a throw here that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Again, Anderson. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
They are going to go. It's Simeon. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. And the D looking like they may blitz. A first down carry by Elliott. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Prescott now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now Elliott. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
They go to Elliott again. And an alley to run. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Real football! Real football! You ain't ready for this! You're not ready for this!
This is Elliott. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
So backed up to the 6 now. 3rd and goal. Time running out here on the play clock. They just get the play off. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. And the Cowboys will call on Dan Bailey here from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So it's a 7-play drive, but it stalls out in the end.
Let's credit the defensive front 7. They were a little leaky at the start of the drive, but they stiffened toward the end.
Now, after the field goal, Bailey will kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Leopard.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They run it again with Anderson. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. A shotgun snap for Simeon. Going underneath for Charles. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Out left side here to Bryant. A big play there on the catch and run. 77 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now Prescott. Flushed out right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Des Bryant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are in for 6. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth.
Come on! It's real football, Mike! It's real football!
talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. And the lead is now 2. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They start the drive with Anderson. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Anderson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and 5 to start things out. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. From the gun on 3rd, Simeon. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively, and then just continued there with that incompletion.
And definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stop troops, they're enjoying things right now because they've made it very difficult for them throughout the half.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken around the 12. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Elliott. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. A well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. A second down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. And some space here. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
Prescott on first down. Being chased out left. And he's got room. He finds an opening past the 40. And all the way down to the 26. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. So he wanted to pass it, but that thing turned out much better.
And the crowd really responded, didn't they? They always like it better when the quarterback who's scrambling around actually takes off and runs downfield. And that's exactly what he did.
Elliott. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Again, it's Elliott. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Now the backup, Darren McFadden. And he's got some space here. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuff from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll try again with Elliott. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Able to push his way through. Now he'll escape, and he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Bailey now for the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
First down at Simeon. And that's complete. It's Green here. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 3rd down. Simeon. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A first down as it's Simeon with a hook up to Sanders.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. They run again on first down. Anderson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Here's Simeon now on second down. The catch is made. Benny Fowler. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Broncos on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They're starting to put some space here. You know, first quarter, they didn't look so hot offensively. This second quarter, though, they've looked really good.
They've jumped in the saddle in a big way now, and now they're in full gallop. I mean, before, kind of cantering around a little bit, right, trying to feel their way, not getting done what they wanted to. But somehow they put it together with play calling, execution, and now there's a pretty big gap.
And they'll look to make that gap even bigger here. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Prescott from the gun. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Another tote here for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he was stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
The Broncos on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Simeon. And Fowler's got it. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they show to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. again. Simeon. Green with a catch left side. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And on third down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. To the air again, Simeon. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more calls. Never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go. 3-19.
Now Simeon. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
And he pushed it right. It's no good. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Carry number 20 coming up for Anderson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. C.J. Anderson, the 40, 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, an 80-yard touchdown, and the Broncos draw a bit closer. And those 3 rushing touchdown games in this league, you know darn well, those are hard to come by. They're becoming even harder to come by as the years go by, aren't they?
Isn't that the truth? It doesn't matter what you do in terms of game planning. You may be a run-first team, but you're running against an NFL defense. That's some of the biggest, fastest, best athletes on the planet. Hard to do. Cherish that moment, even as he's eager to add to that total.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
2nd down following the run. They'll give to Elliott. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he fires one, but incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. This is taken at the 18. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Back to throw, Simeon. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Charles Tapper in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Simeon in need of something big following that sack, facing 3rd and long. To throw is Simeon. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Fielded at about the 28. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll need to get the play off quickly. The give is to Elliott. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. And the defense definitely showing blitz here. To throw is Prescott. Complete to Jason Witten. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jason Witten, 28 yards. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They run. Anderson. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Anderson. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 5. Simeon now to throw. And Green with a catch left side. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Now a run with Anderson. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So 2nd and medium, 2nd and 5 now. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. Anderson a first down and more. C.J. Anderson. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. C.J. Anderson, 63 yards. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Elliott. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The play clock's running down. Second down, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The Cowboys on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 9. Play clock winding down. On third down, it's Prescott. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And only able to muster a couple, down to about the 27.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Here's Prescott. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. James Hanna, 27 yards. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. Now Bailey to tack on the extra point. And that makes it a 9-point game. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. And Denver getting set to take the field. The first half, we were treated to a lot of points. So far in the second half, we've seen more of the same.
If you play on offense, this is your kind of game. You've accumulated a whole lot of points, statistics, feeling great about things. Makes me wonder, though, halftime, defensive coordinators, defensive coaches.
Maybe nobody was listening.
Adjustments. Tell you what, you hear this sound? That's the sound of the game plan on defense for both sides. Just tear it up and throw it out. They haven't figured out anything.
They shredded it. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
Again, Anderson. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
Let's go.
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And able to find Green. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's brought down. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Here's Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Green, 39. No. Check. Patriot.
To throw on 2nd is Simeon. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Sean Lee. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Green brings it in. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion.
Let's go. 3-19.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Broncos on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 9. They'll fake the handoff. Now Simeon dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Taco Charlton in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss. And that'll lead to a 4th down. Back now in Arlington. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Charles Tapper in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here's it, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just give him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent is really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. A first down carry by Elliott. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football. And that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's Simeon toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Throwing on third down, Simeon. Screen pass to Charles. And he is knocked down from the side at the 29. 5 yards on the screen, but that'll take us to fourth down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. On first down, it's Simeon. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, so many times defensive backs get caught playing the man rather than the football, but not in this case. That's an excellent play. Did exactly what you're supposed to do. Attack the football and help break up the pass.
And, yep, as a result, knocks it down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On the right side, caught by Green. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Screen play, Anderson. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back to the ground, Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And this seemingly endless drive continues. First down, Simeon. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. A big hit. Knocked out sideways, right near the 27. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. A second down throw for Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They come out here in the eye. 1st and goal. They'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarter. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Bailey now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. So the Broncos coming out now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10, Simeon again. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Benson Mayowa in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Third and long. It's Simeon. Flushed out right. Now Simeon stripped. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. The offenses have success. You could say they've run wild a little bit. Time for the defenses to get into the act, and one does here.
Nothing like a little bit of revenge for the defense. They've had to deal with it all game long. Both offenses going up and down the field. How about it when they take the ball away and take it to the other end zone?
And they're able to up the lead by one more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That's fielded in the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
Simeon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Simeon on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
There's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
Something got lost in translation in this game. He's run the ball really well, done all the things that you want in a game plan, but unable to convert it into points, unable to ring the bell consistently enough to make it a winning effort.
A gain of 3, second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try the air now with Simeon. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line. From the gun on third, Simeon. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock. They know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. Here comes the D swarming to the line. This is Elliott. A pretty nice game there on the run. Gets it to the 35 after showcasing the agile move. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brandon, it's all about pace and tempo now for them. They've got the advantage, so I'm going to put musical terms for you. You don't want to go prestissimo. That's too quick, too lively, right? But you also don't want to slow it down too much. You don't want to go lento. What you really want to be is moderato. Nice and even, nice and steady, get those gains, and close out the game.
I think that chicken parm from last night's gone to your head.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. And I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. Time running out here on the play clock.
I told you. Bring your mic. Keep your mic on. I told you, Mike. I told you. I'm telling you, bro. I have to play this game. You're still in this game. Hey, I got it, bro. The defense. Man, I don't care about your fucking runs. Fuck the run. I can stop the run. That's no problem. I can stop the run. You don't want to tell.
That's the only way you can get it done.
Let's go. Blue 90.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
Now a 1st down throw. Simeon. Green with a catch left side. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Simeon finding Thomas there to give the Broncos a 1st down. And now inside the red zone, the offense will operate. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And he puts it through. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.